Ladies and gentlemen, imagine this, deep in the heart of the Amazon, the air thick with the scent of rain and the song of unseen birds. Amidst the lush green of Udingaparken in Belém, Queen Mary of Denmark steps forward, not in a palace, not in a grand hall, but surrounded by the guardians of one of Earth's greatest treasures, the indigenous people of the Amazon. It's a moment that bridges centuries, a queen, a forest, and a feathered cloak that once crossed oceans. When Queen Mary arrived in Belém, it wasn't just another royal engagement. It was part of a much larger story, a story about respect, restitution, and the living link between culture and nature. Her Majesty's visit took her right into the heart of Udingaparken, where she was welcomed by indigenous leaders who shared their wisdom about protecting the Amazon's biodiversity, not through technology or policy papers, but through traditions passed down for generations. These communities, often overlooked, are the true guardians of the rainforest. They understand the forest not as a resource, but as a living being, a home, a spirit, and a legacy. And on this day, they chose to share a piece of that legacy. The Queen was invited to take part in a traditional dance, a rare gesture of inclusion and respect. Surrounded by rhythmic drums and vibrant costumes, she joined hands with indigenous dancers, moving in harmony with a culture that has lived in balance with nature for thousands of years. But this moment, this dance, was more than symbolic. It was deeply connected to an extraordinary act of reconciliation between Denmark and Brazil. You see, in 2024, Denmark returned a priceless artifact, a Tupinambá feather cloak, created by indigenous artisans in the 17th century. This cloak, woven with around 4,000 scarlet ibis feathers, had been kept in European collections for centuries. For the Tupinambá people, it's not just an object. It's sacred, a symbol of ancestry, identity, and spiritual power. When Denmark's National Museum returned the cloak, it wasn't just sending back a historical item. It was sending a message that true cooperation means listening, respecting, and acknowledging the cultural treasures that belong to the people who created them. Queen Mary's presence in Belém brought this story full circle. By visiting indigenous communities, listening to their stories, and even dancing alongside them, she gave a human face to diplomacy, a gesture that said, "We see you, we honor you, and we share your fight to protect this planet." During her visit, she learned about both progress and ongoing challenges, about how these communities continue to face threats from illegal logging, mining, and broken promises of land recognition. Yet despite all this, their resilience endures. Their songs, their rituals, and their relationship with the land continue to inspire environmental leaders around the world. Now, here's why this moment matters beyond ceremony. Research has shown that indigenous managed lands in the Amazon have some of the lowest deforestation rates and the richest biodiversity. Their knowledge, their way of living, is key to protecting the planet's lungs. So, when a queen steps into their world, not to speak, but to listen, it sends a message far beyond borders. It says that the future of the Earth depends on partnership, not power. As the drums faded and the forest reclaimed its calm, Queen Mary's visit left behind more than photos and headlines. It left behind a message that respecting the past can guide how we protect the future. The return of the Tupinambá feather cloak wasn't just about giving something back. It was about restoring balance, between nations, between history and justice, between humanity and nature. And perhaps, that quiet moment of dance under the green canopy was a reminder for all of us, that the rhythm of the earth and the rhythm of human hearts are not so different after all. When a queen dances with the guardians of the forest, it's more than a royal visit, it's a step toward healing the story of our shared planet. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe my channel.